Oh boy. We go
Well,
from
well, this is a big moment here, is it not?
oh boy. So we go from Chris Hamrick and Anthony Michaels versus the Gangstas, as Bob Cottle says, versus with New Jack and Mustafa. Hold
So
on one
hold on a
second.
second. Hold on. You're gonna play the music?
Yeah, I'm just hoping it. I'm hoping when I try to upload it for the Patreon
Yeah, don't hit
members.
the okay, so probably don't hit the music. But when that my note first note was when that music hits and Caudle calls them the Gangstas, what was a county of 0.66% African American folks thinking when that music before they ever laid eyes on them? That
See,
dude,
I don't see that I can't answer because you got to remember by the early '90s through the obviously the mid '90s for sure, which is where we're at now. I think white America was listening to a lot of quote unquote gangster rap.
I don't
But
think
I
out of this area.
no, I
right, well
don't need.
that was
And
gonna
I
be my
bet you
next point.
a lot of people were there with their teenage kids and said, if you start listening to that N shit,
Yeah,
I'll beat your ass.
they
I
probably
guarantee
looked at
you that happened.
they probably looked at them the way they looked at Kamala in fucking like 1982.
Dude,
That was
those
different
six
though.
black people walked out and it tripled the population in the county, man.
Let me play it. Here it is.
This is a tag team match. Introducing first, total combined weight of 448 pounds, Chris Hamrick and Anthony Michaels.
All right, fans, and that music is going to bring a new tag team to Smoky Mountain Wrestling into the ring. The Gangstas, New Jack and Mustafa Saeed, as we're going to get our first look at them, Len.
But you know, I think what we're going to
Push
see
pause.
first is their
Push
security
pause.
force.
Push pause. Harper,
Stop.
you know what this sounds like?
It sounds
That
like
bass.
Public Enemy.
But that bass and the doom, doom, doom. If you go back and play it again, it also sounds incredibly similar to Alice in Chains' "Man in the Box."
Oh, it does, huh?
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know
it
what the fuck
does.
that is, but this is Public Enemy.
I'm the man in the
right.
box. You don't
Shut up.
remember that?
Let's be quiet. Let's hear Les's explanation of their escorts coming to the ring. Here it is.
New Jack and Mustafa Saeed, as we're going to get our first look at them, Len.
But you know, I think what we're going to see first is their security force. The Gangstas demand their own security. They don't trust the regular police force, they say.
So they got their own bodyguards, huh?
Yes.
And that's their bodyguards now as they heck fire. They're going to get up onto the apron into the ring. Make me feel a little bit uncomfortable if I was in that ring.
I heard that, and these four are just the security. We have yet to see, actually, New Jack and Mustafa, the Gangstas. But they are in the house, and here they come, Bob.
Well, we've heard a lot about them.
Oh man, these fucking hillbillies. Oh shit.
You ever heard the term?
Fucking-
You ever heard the term? Y'all ain't ready.
Oh god.
With his fucking Grambling shirt cut up.
Boy, that was a note for later on the interview I had. But yeah. Hey, look, man. New Jack and Mustafa are not the Briscoe brothers. Either set of Briscoe brothers in the ring. I don't give a shit. This shit's awesome. They ain't Jack and Jerry or Mark and Jay. I don't care, man. And I'm not a huge fan of New Jack's work in ECW, to be honest. But this shit works on every level. The crowd seems stunned before the bell rings, man.
Did you ever see the video when Two Live Crew makes their debut on the Phil Donahue show?
No, I can't
That's-
say that.
It's
That's
been a
probably
long time.
yeah, that's probably what these people are like.
Dude, you got to go back and look at the actual when New Jack and Mustafa come down after the security. They pan over. They don't pan over, but as the people in the shot to the left, they're not doing anything. They're just staring like they see a fucking ghost or something.
Well, it's like we've always said, when there's 11 black people in town, it's like a Pokemon game. Then here's all of them, and okay, I'm gonna try to. I'm not bullshitting here. I'm not
So
black.
basically, everything he said any other time is bullshit.
What I'm trying to do is make sure that you don't come behind me and bury me here.
Okay, all right.
I'm not black, and I don't live in the hillbilly states. So, I don't know how you have to carry yourself in 1994 as one of 100 black people out of 24,000. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say they weren't being, quote unquote, uppity and flaunting their black pride at the town square trying to get over.
Hold on. I got you. They weren't being one of the good ones.
Right.
Okay.
So they got to go along to get along because they don't have anything going for them in numbers to rise up. So also you have to imagine that now these black folks are unlike black folks that we interact with because they're the good ones. These are scary black people.
And you got to realize 6 black men just walked out to the ring. I don't know if there's 6 black people in the crowd.
Angry tribal drums and record scratching, and that shit was not. I'm telling you, Harper's right about this. There were car rides home where old parents told their kids that the N-word was used repeatedly, and I better not find that shit in your room listening to that bullshit. I guarantee the term jungle music was used.
Jungle music.
I just shot snot out of my nose when you said that. Holy shit.
And so this is the record scratch for real. Like, what the fuck? And so the match is highly irrelevant. I mean, these guys, Mustafa and New Jack, are just punchers and kickers, and they're green and whatever. Who cares?
I agree. The match was nothing.
I don't care. But then when it's over, they take a volatile situation in my mind and just douse it literally as they talk about douse it in gasoline and flip a match. Like, all right, well, I'll see that and raise it.
Harper, any thoughts on the match before I go to the promo?
No.
Okay. So for everyone out there, I'm actually going to play before the promo starts because New Jack, I don't know if he yells this to somebody in the crowd or either Hamrick or Michaels, who they just defeated as they roll out the ring. But here it is.
Gentlemen, the winners of the match, New Jack and Mustafa Saeed, the Gangstas.
All right, well, Bob, the Gangsters still taking it to them in there. They have made the win. The Gangsters come up their first look on Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Very impressive. They are your winners.
Hey, fans, here they are. We get our first opportunity to talk to them. The new tag team on the block of Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Impressive they are, the Gangstas. New Jack.
Let me tell you something. 30 years ago, we would have been strung up in somebody's tree, getting hung for beating 2 white boys the way we just did. But now, you might want to come out here and put some belts on us, but the only belts we gonna be wearing around here is the tag team belt. Let me tell you something. I don't like being up here. I was getting out of my car, I slipped and fell in some tobacco spit. And you know what I'm saying? Nothing but rednecks up here. Nothing but geeks up here. Nothing but coal miners up here. Chicken farmers, Klansmen. I don't like nobody but my partner. You understand? I don't care who you line up in front of me. I'm gonna show you how bad New Jack and Mustafa is. You want to talk about violence? Violence to you might be putting somebody in a figure 4. Violence to me is taking a can of gas and pouring it on you and setting you on fire. Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked. I came up here to get paid. And whoever you put in front of me, I'm going to drop you down. I'd like to send a special shout out to my homeboy, O.J. Simpson. Keep up the good work, baby. 2 less we got to worry about. You understand? Keep up the good work. Louis Farrakhan will be the next president. Snoop Dogg, we know you're innocent. You called me last night. You understand? Get ready, Smoky Mountain, because we're going to set this place on fire.
All right, fans, there they are. The team to be heard from in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. New Jack, Mustafa Saeed, the Gangstas. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, we played this about 2 years ago on the NWA show as a promo of the week, but it's time to revisit it because it's been a while. He's talking about lighting people on fire. He thanks O.J. Simpson for murdering 2 white people. He shouts out Snoop for being innocent, which he actually ended up being innocent, but still. And then he talks about Farrakhan being the next president. Just fucking torched everything. New Jack gives 0 fucks whatsoever. I want to throw to Harper first. Harper, I know you've seen this before, but thoughts?
I like it when he says, I came here to get paid, bro.
No shit.
Yes.
That's the best thing of everything he said is like, I came here to get fucking paid. Fuck you.
Because you know what? That's the scariest part to these white hillbillies that are racist is all that other stuff is incendiary, but if he gets paid, he's got power. We can't let him get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Money's real power. Money's the real power here.
Doc, what do you have from Jack here?
Can you imagine the people in that gym, what's going through their mind? They ain't ever been talked to like this by a black person, ever. And then can you imagine just sitting around their homes watching this the first time, just what happened to my wrestling?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got to corny.
How do they say it? The way you remember it and the way you like it?
This ain't the way I remember liking it. He said 30 years ago they would have got hung. Bro, that would have happened that afternoon if they could have got to him.
20 minutes ago.
Right.
This is insane.
I mean, everything was plodding along. We had some nice young boys from Canada and the Thrill Seekers and Tracy and the Dirty White Boy, and everything was fine and acceptable. And this shit just took the snow globe, and instead of shaking it, we just threw it on the floor and said, there you go.
Yeah, they just smashed it against the wall and said, fuck you.
Yeah. Why's the snow got to be white, motherfucker?
Bitch.
Why's it
got to be water in here? Let's put some Henny in here.
Yeah. All right.
It is hard to oversell how fantastic that was when you put it in the context of 129 prior episodes. Dude, the only black guy we've seen is half Killer Kyle. We ain't got no Bill Tabbs or Pablo Crenshaws or Rocky Kings.
And in the famous words of Jim Cornette, because I was listening to it when we asked him, I was re-listening to when we asked him about the Gangstas. He literally said on our show, I just told New Jack go out there and make white people mad.
Apparently he knows. But don't gloss over the fact, Harper said, I didn't come here to be liked. I came here to get paid. That was the line.
That was the line.
I'm telling you, about 3 weeks, if he had Tammy draped around his neck, that shit would have blown off. I mean,
dude, they would have hopped the fucking railing.
Fuck yeah, they would have.
I'll repeat. Bobby Blaze and Tracy Smothers says they do not know how these two were not physically harmed or killed.
She just sat out there and didn't say the whole line, but just said, I just want to tell everybody, and especially Primetime Brian Lee and Chris Candido, I'm not going back, and winked at the camera. Bruh.
Well, Cornette told the story how they would, when they would do the spot shows and in some of the smaller towns, like the people, they wouldn't go. They just wouldn't show up because they were so appalled at these black guys beating up their heroes and talking about hurting white people. They just stopped showing up to the events.
Because in real life, they had a recourse. In real life, they could fashion a noose. They were powerless here, and they did not like it.
This was awesome. All right.
Listen to the black man waiting a year and a half to get his shit in, and now Mike's fucking happier than a pig in shit.
Whatever.
Fuck, these assholes are probably thinking it's just like Planet of the fucking Apes, man.
Whoa!
I'm saying they're rebelling against us.
Yeah. I know what he means. He's not calling it.
I knew if we let that Clinton in the White House, this would happen.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That goddamn draft dodger caused all this.
He smoked in marijuana, and now we've got this.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to come along and make this country great again.
This is Clinton's fault that the Gangstas are in Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Yes.
It's a fucking joke, people. Calm down.
Fucking Hillary's fault.
All right, let's keep going. So Les Thatcher, after the Gangsters, he does a Night of Legends update, and they spend most of the update on
about Whitey Caldwell. Whitey.
Whitey, yeah, you're right. Whitey Caldwell. The Whitey Caldwell segment on Night of Legends is right after the Gangsters. How fucking fitting.
That's called restoring some.
Whitey. Hey man, Whitey Caldwell. I don't want to